Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about spinnerbaits. What we're really going to talk about is spinnerbait trailers. What kind of trailer I like to use and what situation I use it in. So we'll start off with something fairly simple here. We'll just go to a little spinnerbait that we throw mainly on the rivers here in West Virginia, and it's just a double Colorado. As you can see, I don't have any trailer on this. I'm throwing this back in the really far back in some of the small creeks in really shallow water. It's a 1/4 ounce spinnerbait, and you notice how I made my skirt. I made my skirt so it has kind of a built-in trailer to it. Now, if I want to get that to lift a little bit in really shallow water, I'll go to something double Colorado again, but I'll take a little grub. This just happens to be a little Bass Pro Shop 3-inch grub, and I'll take it and I'll just slide it down through. Put it right down through the middle of it. Come right out. Now I've got it bulked up just a little bit more action, and I can slow it down even slower than I can one with no trailer on it. The next baits I'm going to go to is I'll go to something like a spinnerbait that I'm going to burn. I'm going to keep up on top of the water and move it pretty fast. Here happens to be a tandem willow leaf spinnerbait. As you can see, I have the skirt cut down to where I'm moving it pretty fast, and the skirt's kind of acting like the trailer. And this bait here, I'm throwing a trailer hook on it because I'm moving fast, and I'm throwing this kind of in open water. There again, that's a small one. If I go to a big one, I kind of do the same thing. This is just a bigger version of the same thing that I'm throwing. It's a 3/8 ounce, or no, it's actually a 1/2 ounce with bigger blades on it. Then I also, if I'm going to do that too, I'll go to another one here, like I'm throwing here a painted blade one. It's got a white and chartreuse skirt. As you can see, it's got the built-in trailer on it too. This is kind of like, I like these when I'm moving kind of fast. So when I'm burning that spinnerbait, I like it when I'm moving pretty fast on it. Straighten that skirt out there. And that's kind of what I'm using when I'm doing that. These here spinnerbaits that I'm burning these and moving them pretty fast. Now, if I'm bulging a spinnerbait, a lot of times I'll go to something like this. I'm bulging it in open water. It's just a 3/8 ounce buzzbait with a big, Indiana blade on it. As you can see, I have some silicone skirt material that's wider, and it's a little bit longer than the regular skirt. And I do have a trailer hook on this, and I'm making this for when I'm waking a spinnerbait. It seems like I like that trailer hook when I'm waking a spinnerbait. When I'm throwing a spinnerbait with a trailer hook, I'm generally moving it fast. It's the only way I'll throw the spinnerbait with a trailer hook on it. Now, we'll get back to a couple of the regular, type of spinnerbaits. This is a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait here with a Colorado Indiana blade. You can see it's just chartreuse and white, and it's got basically one of the Zoom split tail trailers on it. Now, this bait here, I'm using that because I want a lot of bulk in it. I'm throwing it around shallow cover, moving it fairly slow. Whenever I'm doing that, I do not use a trailer hook. Generally the fish are going to eat that bait good enough that I don't have to use a trailer hook. Same thing here. Like I say, this is a 3/8 ounce, a little bit smaller. I'll either, put the split tail on it, or I'll put a grub on it. One of the this is an old Bass Pro Shop 3-inch grub, and I'll put it on it, or I'll go to one of the Zoom type twin tails, and I'll shorten it up a little bit on a smaller spinnerbait. This here is basically same thing. This is when I'm back in the creeks, on the lakes, and I want to keep the bait up pretty good. I'll bulk it up. Now, if I go to a big 3/4 ounce spinnerbait, this is a big 3/4 ounce with a big turtleback bait on it. This bait here, I'm wanting it to move a lot of water, keep it fairly shallow, make long casts with it, and get it to where it's a big bait for big fish. So a lot of times I'll use a big, this is like a 5-inch grub, and I'll use something like that on it. So any of these will work on it, but I like this big grub on this bait here, and I'll show you now. That is a big profile spinnerbait for big fish. So that's kind of what I'll throw on that. And if you want to make it smaller, or get it cut down a little bit, just go to, here's another another 3/8 ounce spin or 3/4 ounce spinnerbait. And like I say, if I want it to be a little smaller than the one with the big grub on it, I'll just go down to a just a split tail grub. You know, one of the split tail zoom trailers. You just put it right in there, come right out in between the legs there, slide it up on. Now, you got a spinnerbait that's got a lot of bulk, you know, designed basically for big fish, and that bulk helps keep that bait up. So, like I said, we'll show you a few fish catches here in the video, and you know, so you do see that it works. But like I say, when I'm burning the spinnerbait, a lot of times I'll use a trailer hook. If I'm slow rolling the spinnerbait, you know, fishing for bigger fish, a lot of times I'll just use a grub on the back of it and no trailer hook. So, hope these tips help you out. Enjoy the fish catches, guys. Thank you all very much. Okay, guys, here I am throwing a spinnerbait. This one here has the a double trailer on it from Zoom. You know, I'm kind of keeping this bait up, kind of big, fishing for largemouth here. And there I'm catching one right now. Like I say, it has the Zoom double tail trailer on it. That's a 1/2 ounce bait. And that's basically what we're throwing on it. Okay, JC's throwing a small spinnerbait here that basically has a skirt, you know, extended with the trailer on it. The trailer's already built into the skirt. And he's kind of fishing it a little bit quick there. We're up in some shallow water. And there he catches one right there with it. Okay, here I'm bulging a spinnerbait right here, and as you can see, it basically has a trailer hook on it with the extended skirt on it. It's basically got the extra silicone skirt that's kind of built down, you know, that we make in the skirt to make it longer. Okay, here's Mark throwing a tandem willow leaf spinnerbait here, and it also has a silicone skirt with the longer tail on it. You know, and we're catching it on that. So here's some of the ways that we've used the spinnerbait trailers we use on it. The only one I don't have a video here, or I'm not showing a video here of me catching one on the big grub. But these are kind of trailers we use and what we're using them for whenever we're fishing a spinnerbait.